Ooh!
I don't hate the men. I want the men's title, and I intend to prove that I'm a better fighter than the men, which I am.
All right, gentlemen, you both signed a contract.
I personally do hate him. I personally do hate him.
So is there any point in me asking you to shake hands after signing the contract?
No.
Well, gentlemen, all four of you, thanks for joining us tonight.
Ruddy hell, it's actually happening. Eubank Jr versus Benn. History will repeat itself on October the 8th. The next generation of the Hall of Famers will go to war not for the prospect of belts, but for the legacy and the pride. Here is all you need to know about Chris Eubank Jr versus Conor Benn. Strap in! Let's travel back to the 18th of November 1990. The fathers were two of the biggest names in boxing with exceptional records. The Dark Destroyer Benn was a brute force in the ring with a never give up attitude and the WBO World Champion. Eubank was the knockout machine, the flashy showboater and WBC World Champion, equipped with a hairline further away than the fucking moon. The pair took to television to get the fans frothy for the bout, and the contract was signed in front of the nation. Benn was outspoken, but Eubank kept his decorum.
You had your time. Let's have some parliamentary procedure here, all right?
Oh, God.
Yes, let's have some parliamentary procedure here. Bloody hell. Try using that one down the pub next time you bump into the wrong bloke. You what? Who do you think you are? Alright, mate, let's have some parliamentary procedure here. Nah, bollocks, Bosh. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Anyway, the duo went to battle. Benn's entourage tries some dirty tactics to mess with Eubank by sabotaging his entrance music. As he made his ring walk to the sound of Tina Turner's Simply the Best, the record suddenly stopped. But to be honest, Eubank didn't really give a shit. He had made a £1,000 bet on himself for a first round knockout. And what do you do when the bell rings and you intend to knock out your opponent with the first punch? You bowl up to him side on looking like a fucking crab. Yes, them line dancing lessons paid off, Chris. Fucking superb stuff. Bosh! The fight was full of drama. Both men swinging non-stop and having equal success. Benn's eye was swollen shut by the 5th round, but he landed an overhand right in the 8th to knock Eubank down. However, the shot was not clean, and then in the 9th round, Eubank retaliated and finally found the sweet spot. It was all over. Eubank the victor of this epic rivalry. For now, his emotions got the better of him in the interview and he asked his bird to marry him.
Marry me, Karen. You want to get married now?
Yeah, I want to get married.
Well, you're in all sorts of emotions. Can I just say this? You are crying now. Now, all we've seen is an arrogant Chris Eubank.
Apparently, though, the interviewer didn't really give a bollocks about that and glossed straight over it. Nigel then took to the mic.
Well, Nigel, your dreams have gone out the window, though.
No, my dreams haven't gone out the window.
Bloody hell, this interview is a bit cutthroat, ain't he? Jesus Christ. He's been whacked round the head 500 times, nearly knocked out cold and almost lost an eyeball. Then this plum bowls in with, yeah, your dreams are out the window, Nigel. It's all over, bruv. You fucked it. Oh, right, yeah, cheers, mate. Anyway, the pair went their separate ways, both men moving up a weight class, but a few years later, they found themselves back in the ring. The rematch the world was itching for, the 9th of October 1993, at Old Trafford, promoted by Don King. The fight was watched by around 500 million people and both men were set to earn the highest purses in their career. Well, if Don King could be bothered to fucking pay them. The fight unfortunately never reached the brutality of the first, but there were some thrilling moments. However, it was the last round, with both men thinking they needed a knockout to win, that blew the socks off of everyone. Both men going hell for leather. The parliamentary procedure was out the fucking window. It now relied on the judges' scorecards, and the results were in.
Scores now 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision.
Yes, it's a draw.
Draw.
The draw took the world by surprise. Many believed that Benn won this fight, and if it hadn't been for a 1-point deduction for a low blow in the 6th round, he would have had his revenge. A bitter taste was left in the mouth of the nation like the final moments of a session with Johnny Sins. Would these two ever fight again? Would we ever see a finale? Unfortunately, it never happened. But just under 2 decades later, the next generation of the Eubank family decided to walk in his father's footsteps, and just 5 years on from that, The Benn name was continued as well, both sons showing elements of their father's traits, the toughness and never quit attitude of Conor, and the flashiness and granite chin of Eubank. They have replicated their fathers perfectly, other than reaching the world title glory. Both men are outspoken, both men train like animals, and both men have dodgy fucking hair transplants. I mean, ruddy hell, what is it with everyone these days? Just let your hair go where it's got to go. Stop drawing wigs and putting follicles in your bloody boat. Johnny doesn't need hair and he's fucking cracked it in life, so sort yourselves out. Anyway, back to the point. These warriors have moved in separate circles, but now, here we are. We have reached a crossroads in the careers of these fine men. Eubank Jr has always fell short against world level opponents, but Conor Benn is yet to fight at that world level. Eubank's chin has proved to be ferociously strong, having never been on the canvas, but Benn has not fought the punchers of the division, capable of putting him on the canvas, other than a slip up against the journeyman Paynard. Eubank's size is much bigger than Benn's, but Benn's performances of the last couple of years have showed an incredible improvement in his ability. So in a nutshell, this fight asks a million questions that we cannot wait to have answered. October the 8th, we see these men fight for the legacy of their names, the pride of their fathers, and to move on to world titles. And we get to watch it all on DAZN pay-per-view. I really do hope though that it lives up to the other pay-per-view barnstormer on DAZN, KSI versus Swims. Well, KSI versus... fuck knows. Anyway, Eubank Jr versus Benn, bring it on. Let me know how you think the fight will go. Like and subscribe. Bosh.